everybody, Sean Sweeney here from STA. Welcome again to episode 7 of STA TV. Tonight, what I'd like to talk about very quickly is just to go over our matches from the weekend, give you a player update. I'd like to talk about some of the upcoming events, including the selections coming up this weekend and the Rideau tennis tournament. Also, I would like to talk about John Williams' visit. He was just here this past weekend. John is one of the world's premier performance training coaches, and he was here once again working with our kids on their speed, movement, endurance. It was a great visit. I'd like to update you on what he was teaching and what he was doing with the kids. Simply unbelievable. And then we'll move quickly into, and I don't want to forget anything, I want to update you on our technical clinic with Heath and Tony, who are coming down here in April. And also, I'm going to provide you this evening with a forehand tip. If you're looking to get more consistent with your forehand, there's a very easy biomechanical reference point that you can reach during your forehand preparation in order to provide more consistency and potentially more power for you as you move forward. So we're going to give you a forehand tennis tip for consistency. I'm also going to talk quickly about our March break camps and our Orleans tennis summer camps this coming summer that you can get registered for right away. So let's get started. This past weekend, what an amazing weekend. We were at the OAC, the Ottawa Athletic Club, all weekend for a tournament. They were hosting a regular OTA, Ontario Tennis Association, 3-star event for boys and girls, 12s, 16s, and 18s. And then they also had the U14s, boys, U14 selections events there. And of course, we had some kids participating. So it was a fantastic weekend of tennis, lots of competition right here in Ottawa itself. So first, let me update you on the regular matches, the OTA 3-star matches. We had Mathis playing in the first round of the boys U16, and unfortunately he lost. He played quite a solid match. What was really interesting is that it wasn't hard to tell, but Mathis kept double faulting during the match. I think he had close to 15, 16 double faults in the match, which is obviously way too high. But it was really cool. He didn't make the adjustment on court, which I would have liked to see him do. But what he did is he came off court and he kind of knew what he wanted to do. But instead of doing it, he wanted to come back and practice it and work on it here in practice and get ready for the next match. So it's really cool that he's actually thinking about what he wants to do, what the prescriptions are, what the air adjustments are, and he's going to come back here and work on it in practice. So excellent. One of the best matches of the weekend was Barry playing Ethan, so 2 of our own players playing in the first round of the OAC, and a heck of a match. Barry jumped off to lead in both sets, first and second set. I think he was up 4-1 in the first and like 5-2 in the second, and Ethan crawled his way back in both sets, playing an amazing tennis, hitting high heavy balls, hitting the patterns, working really well, and took both sets 7-5, 7-5. It was a great match by both. Both learned a lot. Unfortunately, Barry lost for Barry, but it was a great match, and hopefully he can take a lot back. Ethan moved on to the second round of the boys 16s, where once again he played a very tough individual from Carleton University. The gentleman from there, Ray, could keep getting the ball back on him, so Ethan was forced to stay out a little longer on each point and go for a little more. And he did a great job, and he won that match as well. So fantastic for Ethan in that match. And finally, he faced the number 1 seed on the next day, and that one he didn't quite do so well. But he did do some great things out there. His serve was great. His targets were fairly consistent. However, he just wasn't going long enough or being patient enough to take it to the number 1 seed. But congratulations. As we move on, Remi lost his first round match, but congratulations, good effort, and keep working hard, and I'm sure you'll win many matches for the rest of the year. And we also had Emmanuel, who played very well this weekend, but unfortunately also lost his first round. And it happens quite often. You know, we're working on a lot of stuff here. We're preparing things. We don't stop our technical training even if a tournament's coming up. So quite often a child's working on a technical aspect on their serve or forehand, and it just happens to get in the way of a tournament. But that's great. We see exactly where they're at. In the next one, we also had JT playing in the 16s. JT made it all the way to the semifinals and the finals, and lost to the number 1 seed in the finals in a fairly good match. His first set was pretty good, solid. Second set he kind of went away a little bit, but that's okay. It happens. They're young, and they'll learn from it and move on. But so congratulations, JT, on a fairly good tournament overall. And finally, Mr. Rassam Yazdi, who already has close to 20 matches in the first month and a half, 2 months of the 2017 season, won the boys U18 in a very hard, well-fought battle against a very worthy opponent in Dan from Carleton University. What a great match. I believe it was 6-4 or 7-5, 7-6, 7-5. just an amazing match to watch. The kids are just super great tennis players. The talent that we're seeing here now is just unbelievable. So congratulations for Sam on a great victory, and more importantly on a mental victory, because you stayed mentally tough throughout. I really appreciate the effort you're doing on the mental side. Keep it up, and only good things will happen for you in the future. So congratulations. So that's kind of it for the OAC tournament. Now there was the Ontario selections, the national selections for our boys trying to make it through the points race to nationals. And Pascal, first year U14s, was playing. He did a great job. He came up against a very, very solid kid in the first round. As a matter of fact, I think the boy went all the way through to the finals. And Pascal lost, but he did a great job, and we saw tremendous improvement in his footwork. We saw tremendous improvement in his recognition of the ball, and then also in his pattern. So congratulations. Keep working hard, Pascal, and look forward to seeing you this coming weekend at the Rideau. Hopefully you're there. And finally, I think overall my message, Jeremy usually, when he's here, he usually asks me what the kids take away. And I think from this event, they really the ones who are mentally strong on the team, really mentally strong, were able to persevere and came through things. I'd really like to suggest to my team, continue to suggest to my team and anybody watching, is that the mental aspect of the game is tremendous. It's really an important aspect of the game. And that just brings me to a note. Not too long in the future, we're going to have Coach Dayne here, who's a performance coach from a mental perspective, who deals with some of the world's best athletes. He'll be joining us in an interview here not too long in one of our episodes, so stay tuned for that. But mental toughness is so critical. Being fit and being mentally tough. Two major things. So we're going to bring you Coach Dayne in the upcoming episode, and also, obviously, John will be back to talk to you as well. Speaking of John was here just this past week, Coach John Williams from Axon Sport Performance Atlanta. Just a simply amazing coach. He was here with the kids. He worked with them on Thursday on their speed, their performance, movement, and of course their endurance on court. Just an unbelievable 2 hours with him. He was only here for a short visit, just coming into town, and then he's back home. But the stuff we worked on, very simple drills that we leveraged and utilized to help the kids, recognize through recognition. So before a ball gets struck, looking for certain cues, and then once it's struck, how to react in the most optimal manner, regardless of the position you're in, getting proper shin angles, making sure that we're leveraging the most efficient manner of movement. Simply an amazing clinic. The kids got a lot out of it. Even though it was only 2 hours, it was a great job. They could take this stuff now and work on it for a month or two before he personally comes back. So we're looking forward to having him coming back in April during our clinic. But it was a simply amazing 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. No, it was a little longer, about 3 hours with him this week as well. So it's simply amazing. Upcoming events. So we have some amazing upcoming events. One this weekend right here at the Rideau Tennis Club. There's a junior boys and girls U12 through to U16 tournament, and probably U10s as well. Great tournament to come watch, come see the kids play. There's some amazing local talent, and of course we get kids from Montreal, Toronto come up and join us during these tournaments. Jenya Kronakowski, the pro from the Rideau Tennis Club, runs it. He does an amazing job. Be a great tournament this weekend, so if you get a chance, come and watch it, and hopefully for those participating, enjoy the event. So that's this weekend. Selections is also this weekend, so we'll have most of our team will be playing here at the Rideau, but we'll have Marco and Rassam playing boys U16 selections in White Oaks, which is, I believe, just outside of London, Ontario. Going to be an amazing tournament, some great talent there, and I hope hopefully Marco and Rassam bring their A game and are able to generate some points for the national team and move on through provincials very confidently. So that's what's happening for the team this weekend. Upcoming events. So I talked about it in the last episode. On April 14th, we have my mentor and coach, Heath Waters, ATP, WTA registered coach, again, only a handful in the world, joining us here for a technical clinic. He's bringing the former director of video analysis from IMG. Tony will be joining him. That's going to be a 3-day clinic. We're going to work on forehand, serve, and backhand. So you're going to look at the Pete Sampras serve, the Federer serve. You're going to look at Federer's forehand. You're going to look at Nadal's forehand and all the reference points that are within that. You're also going to see Wawrinka's backhand. So if any of you have a one-hander, and also we're going to look at not only serve, forehand, and backhand. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Lots of things. Heath is just simply amazing when he comes and produces. You see results like instantly. It's just unbelievable. So if you can join us, we're going to have a registration page up on our website at scoretennisacademy.com. That registration page will be available very shortly, and we'll have a special price of $4.99 for the weekend prior to March 10th. After March 10th, it goes to $725 for the weekend. All the details will be there, the food, the amount, I think it's almost 20 hours on court with them, video, fitness. John's going to come up and do world-class fitness with you guys, so hopefully you can join us. Again, all the details will be on our site at www.scoretennisacademy.com. And sorry, I don't want to forget anything here. Finally, I wouldn't say finally, three more quick things. But the number one thing that I want to talk about right now is our forehand tip. Hi everybody, it's Sean Sweeney, and again, thank you for joining us here on STA TV. As I promised, we're going to give you a great forehand tip on how to make your forehand just a little more consistent. So I'm going to have Jordan, one of our pro players, show you how to get into the right position. I'm also going to show you Roger and how he gets into the right position to be very consistent with their forehands. So first of all, just for a visual reference, when you're setting up and you're in your ready stance, directly in front of you is basically 0 degrees. To the right is 90 degrees. All the way back would be 180 degrees. We want to get your body during your unit turn right to 135 degrees. And Roger and Jordan are going to take you through that. We'll do a little bit of analysis and show it. And if you could just go out and practice that, you'll get a much more consistent forehand.
So here, let's take a look at both our pro player, Jordan, on the bottom of the screen, and Roger at the top, one of the world's best, just winning his 18th Tour Grand Slam. And let's take a look as to where they get to in that ready position. So as I mentioned, here's Roger at the beginning. He's basically at 0 degrees with his racket. As he turns into his preparation, he's basically at 90 degrees with his racket at this point. And then his final prep, he gets about, as I mentioned, 135 degrees. So if we show this on the screen, you can see here quickly, that's about 135 degrees with his racket. Same thing with our player at the bottom, as you see down here, as he gets into his preparation. 0 degrees. Here he comes, sorry. So 0 degrees as he's waiting for the ball. Coming across about 90 degrees right there. And he gets into his final preparation point. And he gets that turned all the way about 135. So for him as well, right about 135 there from the beginning of the unit turn. So if you want a more consistent forehand, and I'm sure you've heard this your entire life, get the racket back. But if you want your entire forehand to be more consistent, or you want your forehand to be more consistent, get that racket back to 135 degrees. That's 135 degrees from the beginning of your preparatory phase or your ready phase. So from 0 to 135. And that should help you get more consistent. So take a look, go out on the courts, give it a shot, and have fun with your more consistent forehand. Let us know how it goes.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the tip, and I hope you can take that out to your local club and practice it. Get to that 135 degree position and enjoy. It will help your consistency tremendously. Couple more things. March break camp. So for my STA kids and my parents and anybody who may want to join us, of course during the provincial week, which is our provincials here in Ontario, we run a March break camp right here for our kids. So please contact us if you're interested at the ScoreTennisAcademy.com. Hit the comments page and just simply send us a question and let us know if you're interested in regards to the March break camp. We'd love to have you. It's a full-time camp. It runs from 8 a.m. to usually around 4:30, 5 p.m. It includes 4 hours on court per day. It includes 1 hour of mental toughness training, 1 hour of physical conditioning with a program that John has given to us. It also provides you with 1 hour of mental training, conditioning, and 1 hour of video analysis. So we actually analyze match play to break it down, look for the winning patterns, and provide you with visual reference points that you can take out onto court and use during your point play. So it's a fantastic week, great opportunity for the kids to come and learn world-class technique and tactics. So hopefully you can join us. Finally, this summer at the Orleans Tennis Camp, and I'll give you the address here, I'm just checking it on my phone, it's the OrleansTennisClub.ca. You can get on there and join us in our kids program. We'll have a great kids program out there this summer, including some high performance stuff, but they run a day camp that we're in charge of this year, so STA will be helping the Orleans Tennis Club in the mornings, half-day program for the kids. It'll include 2 hours on court, so with specific instruction for the age level. We'll have a 4-to-1 ratio, pretty much 4-to-1 for all kids across all 4 courts. It's an amazing in camp. We're also going to include fitness for them and also provide them with additional multi-sport opportunities at the facility itself. So hopefully you can join us. That information will be up on the Orleans Tennis Club website. That's orleanstennisclub.ca very shortly. So check it out, and hopefully you can join us this summer. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for your time. I truly appreciate it. Please make sure you keep checking back into the show. Again, upcoming guests are John Williams. We're going to be talking further and more deeper around nutrition and how it relates to performance. And of course, upcoming, our next big guest is Coach Dayne from the 1% Mindset. Check him out. He's coming out very shortly. Either next week or the week after, we'll have him for the episode. He's simply amazing. We're going to talk in that episode around parents and how parents should be working with their kids to help make them the most efficient athletes possible and give them the best information as a parent can possibly give them. And we're also going to talk about the 1% mindset. What does that truly look like? How do you prepare for that mindset? How do you get to that mindset? And how do you know you're actually making the steps towards being in that mindset? It's going to be a simply amazing YouTube episode, so I hope you can join us on when it comes up, so stay tuned. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our channel below. We truly do appreciate it. Any questions, comments, or remarks, simply click the comment button and we'll get back to you, or we'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much and have an amazing evening. Bye.